Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Overwatch replay, this week hosted by Yvonne. Now if you haven't tuned into Overwatch replay before, it is a show in which we go over the tips and tricks and all the other sorts of stuff that you might need to know for your own competitive Overwatch matches as we go over our own matches. That's myself and Julien of Hungover Gaming, and today we have an Oasis match in which I play Soldier and do pretty well. It's pretty exciting. And it's a way to show how when teammates have toxicity towards you, you can turn that and manipulate that into something good. So we're going to start off on the library level, and we're pushing into the middle. We're not facing off on the right side, which is pretty handy because they do have that Pharah, which is my job. So as you see that I'm focusing that Pharah first, and now I'm just sending damage downfield. The thing I was trying to do there with that rocket, I was really trying to hit the Tracer as she came in, give that splash damage, make sure she's not forcing our Mercy to run around or go down. And Tracer pushes off. I was able to focus the Pharah and then Lucio, and we get a good push onto this point, eventually being able to work together and coordinate enough damage to take people down. So there we go. I thought the Soldier had gotten away, checked the kill feed. Oh, he hadn't. Hanzo had actually done something. That was very surprising to me. So now I'm monitoring the front side. Here there's Pharah go up, get her down to almost half a shot, able to use the splash damage from the Helix rockets to bring her down. And now I'm just monitoring the attack as it comes. Thankfully, teaming up with that Winston to bring that Genji down. And now I'm just trying to put damage on, build up my ult, which is almost ready. I hear in the corner of my ear that the top right is being tiptoed on by an enemy soldier, so I'm trying to figure it out. But I get distracted by the front side. Again, I'm trying to monitor that other side. Roadhog comes in from the other side completely. The Mercy is coming in the back. Lucio is on the point. He's able to stay on the point and push us off. Mercy is back up and ready to resurrect, but not able to pull it off here, I suppose. We've got two people down, but not in the optimum positions. So a lot of us are being forced off of that hold point. We're moving around, and Genji's ult times out with Tracer's ult to bring all three of us down. And there's no way to res on that, because Mercy goes down. So we have to regroup. The enemy has taken the point. They're already at 21%. We're trickling in, which is no good. I'm trying to just put out a little bit of pressure, but really only so much as to be able to quickly retreat using Soldier's high mobility. Probably giving a little bit too much power up to their healers if they're really coordinated, but I was really hoping to pick one, maybe two if I could. Here I get really lucky that I don't go down. It takes all of the healing in the world to make sure that I don't. But thankfully Julien's there with me as he's playing Mercy in this match, and does a really good job just kind of pocket healing the main damage dealer for a long time. Does a lot of healing on me, puts a lot of damage on me. I ignored that Mei, and that was a really bad decision on my part, because the Mei froze me long enough to stay me in one place so that Devo could get me and the other Mei. So again, we're really losing this point. We're trickling in and not able to really group up other than for that one push, but now we really need to work together. This is a dire straits, and Julien and I had been a little bit on tilt before this match went out, I'm not gonna lie. So we were worried, especially when people like Lucio dropping their ults without coordination, not hitting a lot of the target of the team. And I'm going to try and flank from the sides. Three of our teammates go down. I'm not monitoring that in the kill feed, so I don't see that that's happening. Able to take down two people, bring D.Va out of the mech, but it's not gonna cut it. The Mercy was too far away, and Mei, Reaper, and I aren't able to do the damage that we need to stay on point. And overall, the Mei saves the enemy team. So there we go, first round done. And so, coming back, we have a lot of things to take care of in this moment. I really want to make sure that I'm putting enough damage pressure on, because I got ridiculed by the Reaper, who was a Hanzo before that, but he was saying that he didn't feel I was doing my job, so I felt that I needed to really step up in this moment. See the Genji's reflecting, I can pull off of him and target another person. Should have really put that Roadhog in the ground. Luckily the Genji goes down thanks to Winston and Mercy team up. D.Va's forced out of her mech, that's great for us. This Roadhog got fully healed up. I need to focus this Mei to make sure she doesn't get any quick kills of any of the people that really matter, like our healers. And that is important to me. Now this Tracer is moving around, doing her thing, dancing. She gets some splash damage, combo with Winston, and that's her done. This Genji also really feels the wrath of the team up of that Soldier Winston combination of damage, and Reaper throws in a lot of damage on his own. I really like this team comp that we had rolling with against the enemy, because the Mei was doing enough to put a lot of pressure on them with that Winston, and Reaper and I were actually doing a decent amount of damage. Now I hear that Tracer's moving around a bunch, and this is the classic mistake of all FPSs, right? You're ready in one space, you've got the advantage, you've got the high ground, something distracts you, something pulls you out, and you end up leaving right when you need to be in that point. So that I get caught off a little bit, but don't die. We're able to put on a lot of pressure. That Bastion gets really pressured by Mei, Lucio, and myself. He goes down. This Genji almost brings me down. Takes, again, all of the healing of the team. As you can hear, I'm mashing out that R1, trying to drop my own heals. Here, I really didn't need to drop them at all. That was a mistake, but we'll see if that affects the game in any way. See that Mercy is doing a good job of moving around the field, healing different people, really trying to adapt to how the team feels, but there we go down. And the unfortunate thing is we get destroyed by the Genji ult teamed up with the Bastion. The Bastion wipes out everybody who gets res, so that's like 5 kills in a row, something like that. So the entire team gets down despite Mercy being able to run around the field and do her job and get a good res off. 2 people. We should have been able to beat back that team wave, but not with that happening. Here their Tracer is really trying to get a push on. I don't know what she was really attempting to do. The 3 damage dealers, Mei, Reaper, and myself, the Soldier, are able to take her off. The same way that I don't know where I'm going. I'm trying to flank, but doing so in a positionally poor way. I should know this map by now. I've played it a million times. There we go. Splash damage on the Genji from the rockets, taken down. Again, that's a really good tactic to use on those high mobility characters, like the Genji, like the Tracer. Combo that with a Winston if you can, but that splash damage from the Helix rockets, you can see I'm looking for the ground at the feet. Even if it's not going to put in the killing damage, it's going to do a lot, and it'll make those bullets that you hit later with a lot more effective. Now this D.Va does something crazy. She sacrifices her mech for no kind of push against a Mei who is just going to freeze her. There's no way that D.Va is going to come out the winner of that fight, but hey, not my teammate. The Bastion gets taken down really easily. Again, using this upper level to my advantage, putting on the damage that I can. Finally, I have an advantage over the Genji. And because of my ult going off there, or maybe the pressure that the other people were feeling, we're actually able to avoid a lot of casualties due to that Mei ult. We're working together as a team, staying on the point. Julien drops his res to make sure that all of us are there in the last moments to make sure we're putting the pressure on. And that's it. So, back again. Round 3. We need to make sure that we keep the momentum up of that round win. This might be my least favorite of the Oasis maps, just simply because the jump elevator and everything, the dynamics of the map make it very suitable for vertical targets, for spreading the team out. It's very difficult for healers to maintain their team balance, and as you can see here, I get shredded because I take on the 2 DPS by myself without anybody in the team. I think, oh, I can get up into the upper level, have that advantage of the sights, and I get shredded before I can even get there. And that's a team wipe basically right there. So, having seen all of my fellow teammates go down, I need to wait for them to come up, and this is going to be an early bit of futility. We're getting pressured a lot. You can see that Lucio goes down because he pushes out too much. He's trying to one-on-one that Roadhog with little chance of escaping a good hook, and his luck runs out at that moment. So we're trying to put enough pressure on. I'm focusing the tank and that Mei, really trying to focus the Mei. I see the Genji in the background. I can take him down. He doesn't know that I'm focusing him, so that helps. But around the other side, the Mercy goes down and Roadhog takes me out as well. So there's a lot of trouble that we're having in this early stage. Our team comp is pretty good, I think, to face off this enemy. They've been changing to make sure that they can face us. I'm not hitting 100% of my shots, which is standard for me, but I should be doing a little bit better. I'm really afraid that I'm not doing enough damage on my own. Despite having gold and things in damage, I just feel that I need to be able to step up my game, work together, and coordinate better. This is an excellent res. It cancels out basically what that soldier ult did. We're able to push back on that tracer. That tracer goes down. I'm putting enough damage on that Mei to make sure she has to go away, and I can drop my ult here to counteract some of that Genji ult. It'll take out the Mercy, but I'm able to take out the Genji, and so now we have a little bit of time to ourselves. For some reason, nobody was targeting that soldier. I really go after him, and now we're trying to contest the point, and the tracer is doing her thing of running around and being annoying. Eventually we'll get some of the other people coming in here, like this Genji will come in a second, and because I'm not able to hit my target and she's able to use the space and the geometry of the level, she evades for a long time. But eventually the Genji goes down to the Reaper ult, and we're able to save it from going 0 to 100 real quick. So now we're trying to battle back. Again, the point is continuously being contested, but we're building our side of it as well. Feel that Mei ult go down. I'm looking down below, really trying to focus on anybody that's in trouble. Able to take that Mei, who is going down a little bit, and there we go. Now I'm not the best shot from up top, but thankfully I'm able to use my advantage of jumping down to really put pressure on that Roadhog, change up who's aiming at, and save some of my teammates. So here we're holding the point really well, but we're also separating a bit. It's getting hard for the healers to maintain everybody in line of sight, etc. For instance, for Julien to fly to as Mercy, the Mercy gets taken, or the Mei gets taken down, and now we've got a little bit of danger from this soldier arc coming in. And the soldier is going to focus me. I know he's been focusing on me since he switched to soldier. He's able to take me down with the tracer's help, and it's a good hold on that res by Julien. He doesn't res just me or just the Reaper when the time comes. We're able to hold on to that res to a more critical point in the match. Again, here I'm trying to get that splash damage, would have killed that tracer. There the Mei stays me, in fact, and the soldier is trying to one-on-one me. Again, he's trying to do that one-on-one soldier to soldier. I find it very funny when enemy teams are really trying to focus and counter by just picking the same character. Now, a soldier, it's decent because he's a great one-on-one fighter character. He can target from long, middle distance, whatever you want, and he is a strong damage dealer, so it's a great one. My really questionable one is the Pharah versus Pharah pick, but hey, people really want to counter and prove that they can be the better player at that certain character. I suggest just go with a character that will counter what that character is. It's a way better strategy and you'll feel better doing it. So, we're able to push them off. I'm pushing forward to make sure that they can't touch it. I really don't want them to touch this point, reset that clock. And so putting the pressure up forward doesn't even let them sniff the point. So here we go. Round 4. We've got 2-1. This is the point at which a lot of teams collapse and all the momentum progress that they've built up ends in them not being able to clinch it. I don't want to be that kind of team. So again, we're doing the same thing. And almost as a repeat of the first time, it is a Genji and I going against each other. But this time they have a Winston. And I'm able to focus back onto the Genji, bring him down. And now I see this Mercy, she's down. I hear the Bastion, I call it out, and then we're fighting against it. I was at 5, so there was very little hope for me to survive that, but we were able to kill almost their entire team. So that puts a lot of pressure on there, and there the Tracer goes down. So we have control over the point, and their entire team is having to regroup. Hopefully we staggered them enough so that they're coming in a little bit more on their own. And there that Mei isn't able to react to the amount of damage that I put onto her with those headshots. Can't get into our ice block and heal. That Genji isn't ready for that either, and that Reaper comes around and flanks on that Zenyatta, so we're able to take down 3 of their characters right there, right quick. Now I'm going to go and look to get on top, seek out a vantage point, and make sure that I'm patrolling in an Overwatch position. And so here I am. I hear this Tracer come in behind. I tell Julien as that's happening, but the Tracer is able to plant the pulse bomb, take him out. So here I'm just trying to protect the Winston from getting targeted. I'm able to do that well enough. The Bastion is back though, so I need to pay attention. The Mei is doing a pretty decent job, and now I drop my ult. Probably should have focused the Mercy, but hey, it all works out. As long as it works out. So they're contesting the point with the Tracer. I want to get back to it. The Zenyatta is on that ledge. I want to make sure that I don't get orbed in order to survive. And I'm just running around, chicken with its head cut off really. I'm not focusing with the team until I do follow where that Winston is going. That's the important part. For me, it was I needed to focus on where the Winston was, and that would have provided a lot of help for me. Here, again, see? It's that Reaper versus Reaper idea. Wasn't doing well with Soldier, it wasn't, so he switched off to Reaper. So here we go. The Tracer's doing her thing. Still not doing enough damage to really worry me. The Maze does have enough to take out individual characters that matter a lot to me. So I'm focusing the Mei. There's a Zarya coming in. There's the Genji. I'm trying to follow him. He had that Zarya orb, so he was able to stay alive more, but no more. And that's it. We're able to take them out and win the match. Thanks so much for watching this. My name is Yvonne for Hungover Gaming. If you like this Overwatch replay, we put one out every Wednesday at 9 a.m. along with a podcast on Monday and a drunk play on Friday. And that's a Let's Play where we drink and play all sorts of games, including, for me, Final Fantasy VII for the first time. In any case, my name is Yvonne. Thank you so much for coming out, and I'll catch you next time. And I leave you with the play of the match.
Play of the match. Double. Triple